We just received the Viofo A329 2-channel dash camera. So let's open it up and let's see what's inside the box. So here we got the Viofo A329. As you can see, it looks pretty close to the same as the A229 Pro. Not much different. But if we actually zoom in and take a look at it here, on the side they actually changed to a coax for the rear cable. So it's actually way smaller to run from the front to the back than the prior generation of the A229 Pro, which is actually running a USB-C cable. So this is about half the size in width, which is going to make it a little bit easier for myself as an installer and for do-it-yourselfers that are running cables from the front to the back of the vehicle. Now, it also has the micro SD card slot, which supports up to a 512 gigabyte card, and it has a micro HDMI output and you could buy that with an HDMI cable and plug it into a screen. So now right at the top here, it takes the normal Viofo HK4 hardwire cable. It is the same. The GPS antenna comes right off and slides. And from my understanding, from what I've heard online, you could use the same mount as the A229 Pro and slide it on. However, this one has been optimized for the A329, so I would definitely recommend sticking with the main unit. Now, when we go to this side, you probably look at this and you're going, hey, the A229 Pro looks exactly the same, right? It's got a USB-C, and this one's got a USB-C. But here's the thing. This USB-C is actually for an SSD. So it will actually support up to a 4 terabyte solid state drive. So now people who are worried about like, oh, I could only get a 512 gigabyte micro SD card, and now you will actually support up to a 4 terabyte SSD. So that's pretty cool. And there's not really much else here other than, same as the other A229 Pro. This adjusts so you can actually change the angle of viewing. And nothing new here. It looks basically the same. So if I actually take the A229 Pro and put these both up side to side, nothing really looks too much different. We move them, like I said, sideways. You're going to see the micro SD slots are the same, but there is some more vents on the A329, as you can see right here. But the big thing that everybody is going to want to see is the video footage. And this unit does support 4K 60 frame per second recording during the day in HDR, which at night it will do 4K 30 frames per second. So HDR will not be supported at 60 frames per second. And when we go into the rear camera, it is a different style. And I've seen a few people on Reddit thought, hey, this is a telephoto camera. It's not a telephoto camera. It just looks like the exact same camera as the telephoto camera. This is actually just the rear camera, and it is still using a 2K IMX675 Sony Starvis 2 sensor. So I didn't actually mention that the front camera is using a Sony Starvis 2 IMX678, and all they've done is fully optimized it to support the 4K 60 frames per second. So yeah, look at that nice cable to run from the front to the rear. And here's the cable currently on an A229 Pro. It's about half as thick. So that's pretty awesome, personally, in my opinion. Like I said, as a technician, anything that makes it a little bit easier is definitely appreciated. And of course, the polarized lens is included inside the box, and a cigarette lighter cable. Now, something that is kind of nice is they actually went to a USB-C to USB-C, and it has a cigarette lighter. So like a vehicle like mine, a Volkswagen ID4, and a lot of the newer vehicles on the market only have a USB-C inputs. They actually don't even have a USB-A anymore. So this is actually going to be very much appreciated for people who don't have a cigarette lighter, and they can plug this in. So this is a way better upgrade than prior generations. So that's pretty much what we got inside the box, other than some, extra stickies, in case your windshield ever gets replaced, or, maybe you don't stick it on right the first time. And of course there's, big protected Viofo dashcam sticker. That's pretty huge. So, warn off those would-be thieves. And some static stickers. So we're going to have some videos coming up here soon. We're going to show you the current draw of this particular dash camera. We're going to show you all the parking mode options and the different current draws for it. We're going to show you how it compares to the A329 Pro parking mode current draw. And then we're going to have some daytime footage, some nighttime footage. That's the fun in the next couple weeks. If there's anything that you would like to see us test, feel free to comment down below. If there's anything that really gets your attention, like maybe this SSD support makes you go, wow, please let us know in the comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on the specs that you're seeing on this particular dash camera that's just releasing.